Welcome, everyone. Someone invited you today to take a listen to this information because they thought it might be life-changing for you and your family. My name is Rachel Garcia. I live in Jacksonville Beach, Florida, and I've been sharing this message for 15 years. I found out about this company in 2008. At the time, I was working full-time as a physician assistant, seeing approximately 60 to 70 patients a day, writing 200 prescriptions a day. And when I wasn't writing prescriptions, I was in the OR cutting cancers with my patients. I just had my second baby. So I had a 9-month-old and a 3-year-old. And my husband and I had just invested over $100,000 in two businesses, a brick and mortar location, skincare retail store in Ponte Vedra Beach, and a construction company. And we did that because we wanted time freedom. We were both working very full-time jobs. We had a nanny essentially raising our children. They called her mom. And I saw no end to that. And so I had just read Robert Kiyosaki's book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and I understood the importance of creating multiple streams of income so that I would have time freedom in the future. I had no problems with money. I made very good money as a PA. It was the lack of time that caused me to start two businesses. So my brothers called me and said, we have a business we want you to look at. All time I was businessed out. I said, no, thank you. I'm not interested. And they said, we want you to take a look at the health aspect of it then. It might interest you. And that is why I'm here today. I agreed to take a look at the health aspect of this company, and what I saw immediately spoke volumes to me. I knew that it was very, very important to get good nutrition into your body. So why did I know that? As I'm pulling up these slides, why did I know that it was very important to get the good nutrition in your body? Because my nephew had just been diagnosed with severe autism. And with that diagnosis, we had learned that he would probably never speak. He would probably never speak, never have more than the mind of a 3-year-old, always be in diapers. And that was shocking and scary. And we didn't really know why. I mean, really, if you get a diagnosis like that, isn't the question why? Why did this happen? Is it genetics? Is it vaccinations? I had a 9-month-old at the time who had shots scheduled the next week with the pediatrician. And I canceled those and started doing an extensive amount of research. I have a master's degree in clinical medical sciences. So I started researching, and I'm not talking about Google, Wikipedia. I was reading serious books on nutrition and what they were thinking caused autism. And it made me really dive into nutrition. And I was supplementing, and I was spending a lot of money on supplementation. I was going to the health food store regularly. I had multiple different kinds of supplements from multiple different companies. And I saw this, and I saw simplicity, and I saw something was truth. They were talking about cleansing your body of toxins, balancing out your pH, your hormone levels, and building your cells up with good nutrition. And they'd been using it in a clinical practice for 30 years. I said, I'm in. 30 years, I cannot out research. I joined for the health aspect. Many people join for the income aspect, the ability to create an additional income stream with just 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week of continuous work. Where most people fail on the income side is they're not willing to put 30 minutes a day in consistently. But I've been doing this 15 years. My checks have far surpassed what I used to make working full-time as a PA. About 2 years into this, I shut my skincare store down because I made more money with this, with a section of the time spent on it. About 2019, I walked away from practicing medicine. So it was 11 years later, I said, I'm going to let my medical license go. I found a better way to help people. So I joined for the simplicity, best of the best in health and nutrition with the click of a button. I'm still here today because of the very real results. Within days, my son's horrible constipation issues were gone. Within days, my horrible sleep issues were gone. Within weeks, my husband's anger and depression issues were gone, marriage saving. And within months, my nephew was speaking when we'd been told he never would. Helped tens of thousands of people throw prescriptions in the trash since then. And I'm here to tell you this is real. We're looking for brand partners. I want you to imagine for a moment that somebody came to you in 2000 and said, hey, we've got this company. There's this company that's going to be big in the future. Everybody's going to buy everything online. They're going to actually buy their groceries online. Oftentimes they're going to go Christmas shopping online. They'll buy refrigerators and tires online. And most of those orders, a lot of those orders will be through this company, Amazon, because it's simple, because you can find the best of the best there. And we're looking for brand partners. And anybody that you share this with who decides to get an Amazon membership because you told them about it, we're going to give you 10 to 50% of every purchase they make for the rest of their lives. And anyone that they tell. Here's my question to you. Would you have seen that? Would you have seen the power I'm spending a few minutes a day, every day, inviting people to take a look at some information on this company, Amazon, to be paid weekly checks for decades based on those people's purchases. That's what this is. It's very hard to find a company that's made it over 10 years that less than 100,000 people in the United States know about it. We have hundreds of thousands of people in Korea and Thailand, but in the US, we haven't been loud enough. And so this year I'm getting very, very loud. We are looking for brand partners. Whether you believe in Pure or not, do you have something right now that will pay you weekly checks for decades to come? If not, I suggest you keep listening. We're very different from anything else out there. We're a company that's for 100% of the demographic. Every man, woman, child, dog, and cat, anybody with a body at some point or another realizes they need to take care of their number one asset that we do not get another one of. It's a consumable product, so people consume it and purchase it over and over and over again, unlike selling Cutco knives or a water purifier or a vacuum cleaner. 93 out of 100 people who start on our starter package repurchase of their own accord. It's not us calling them and pressuring them to purchase. They run out. A couple days later, they freak out because they realized how good they were feeling and they repurchase. That's a good business to be involved in. That's where residual checks come from. The business model is touted as one of the best to get started in at any point in your life as a business owner. Richard Branson says everyone should have a small business for the tax benefits. Do you get as much as you possibly could get in regards to write-offs? Probably not. In fact, if you're an employee, you probably know nothing about writing off. I'll give you a brief scenario. I have a teacher friend who's been in the school system her entire life. She usually gets about $1,000 back in her taxes at the beginning of every year. Waits excitedly for that moment. Last year, she got $3,900 back because of her investment in Pure the year before and what she purchases from this company for her family's health every single month. Sounds pretty smart, doesn't it? Yeah, these guys are smart. I have lots of people in my life always giving me advice and suggestions on what they think I should do. But I've learned over the years, I'm 47 years old now, to listen to people who are more successful than me. These guys are very successful. These guys say that this business model is brilliant, low overhead, low startup cost. Most people who start businesses like my husband and I in 2008 spent $100,000 on those businesses. And my overhead to keep my skincare store running every month was over $3,000 a month. This business is nothing compared to those investments. I started those two businesses because I was following Robert Kiyosaki, talking about the importance of later in life not being handcuffed to a job and having time freedom because of the checks that are coming into your house on a regular basis, whether you work or not. Do you have that? See, I didn't have that in 2008 when I read this book. I said, we got to do something, honey. So we started two businesses and we stumbled into this third business thinking we were doing it for our health. And you can imagine my surprise in 2010 when he came out with this book, The Business of the 21st Century. And I realized I'd stumbled into the best business model ever to get started in. This business very quickly surpassed what I was making with those other two businesses and then surpassed my PA career income. I went to school for 8.5 years, spent $100,000 on my education. I was one of the highest paid PAs that I knew because of the specialty that I was in, but I had to work a lot to make that money. And if I went to Hawaii for a month, sorry, money didn't come in. I could close my computer and go to New Zealand for the next year. And I would make more money in 2023 than I did in 2022 because of the work I've done consistently daily for decades, a decade and a half. Is there something you're doing now that if you spend 30 minutes a day on it, 5 days a week, it will pay you weekly checks for decades to come? You literally are able to leverage your time here. Whoever invited you to watch this, they're probably not on. I'm working for them right now. If you have questions, type them in the Q&A at the bottom. I'll answer them at the end. I work for whoever invited you. Okay, so do you have someone working for you right now that you're not paying? Most people don't, but in this business model, you can. I started because they used it in a clinical practice for 30 years because the results were so good, there was a 3-year waiting list. And as a result of that, they said, we need to get this out to the public. We don't have enough practitioners. Our office isn't big enough to see all the people that are waiting to get in. We're going to start a word of mouth business. And the way that people find out about it is word of mouth, and we pay people commissions for referring people to us. It's brilliant. Again, Robert Kiyosaki, Richard Branson, Tony Robbins, people who probably make a lot more money than you and me all say this business model is brilliant. Why would you not look at it? I've learned after 20 years of practicing medicine, 15 years of being involved with this company, that the majority of the health issues we face are the result of these 3 things. We're toxic. We're consuming plastic from plastic water bottles. The food we've put our storage containers we put our food in for years, stuck it in the microwave. The herbicides, pesticides, fungicides being sprayed in our food is like causing these microparticles of plastic to build up in our body, not to mention what everybody was injected with in the last couple of years, just inflammation and toxins in our body, okay? And then what's happening is that's going like this, and the cancer rates are going like this. And shockingly, they've gone up even higher in the last 2 years. Inflammation, toxins. We're out of balance. We don't get enough sleep, and we're pouring acidic foods into our bodies all day long. You don't know what I'm talking about with acidic foods? Read this book, The China Study. Read this book, Chris Beat Cancer. You'll understand that plants and pouring more plants in your body than meat, dairy, sugar, soda, coffee, and bread is what helps your body to stay in an anti-inflammatory state. But if you're pouring more meat, dairy, sugar, soda, coffee, and bread, and then you are plants, and your kids are, and your parents are, guess what? You're in an inflammatory state. Disease and infection thrive there. I traveled through Charlotte's airport probably more than all of you put together in the years of the pandemic and didn't get COVID once. Why? My body doesn't live in an inflammatory state. I'm not pouring packaged, processed, pasteurized food into my body. And I'm not telling you to change what you eat. I'm telling you that in 30 seconds in the morning, I can show you how to get more nutrition than your whole neighborhood gets in a week. It's affecting our kids. It's affecting our kids, what we're doing. In fact, I did this the other night. I'll do it again. The back of this book, The China Study, says, to make matters worse, we're leading our youth down a path of disease earlier and earlier in their lives. This was published in 2006, by the way. 1/3 of the children in this country are overweight or at risk of becoming overweight. Our kids are increasingly falling prey to a form of diabetes that used to be seen only in adults, and children now take more prescription drugs than ever before. The issues all come down to these 3 things: breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And no, you can't get the necessary nutrition from your food. That was proven over a decade ago in multiple studies. You can't just grow your vegetables and your fruits and think you're going to be fine. It's not delivering the same nutrition as it used to. So this company's message is brilliant. And I recognized it as truth when I saw the presentation. We have to cleanse our bodies of toxins. We have 7 channels that God put in our bodies to eliminate the junk that's being poured in, that we're consuming. Sometimes we know it, sometimes we don't know it, but it's going into our bodies every day. Our lungs, our liver, our skin, our lymphatic system, blood, and kidneys all have the job to cleanse all of that junk out. We balance out our pH by pouring plant-based nutrition in, and we build up our trillions of cells with whole raw food, plant-based nutrition. We have multiple doctors on our medical advisory panel, but more importantly, I think, we have medical doctors joining us weekly as brand ambassadors. Why would they do that? Why would medical doctors be joining us weekly as brand ambassadors to spread this message? Many of our products are in the physician's desk reference. That's what I used to write prescriptions for 20 years. Just put the puzzle pieces together, guys. Prevention is better than prescription. We have multiple products, over 50 actually, but I don't want to overwhelm you. I'm going to talk about the starter pack, because this is what, if somebody starts with our starter package at a bare minimum, 93 out of 100 repurchase. Why would they repurchase? Because we're not calling them and saying, hey, you're out. Do you need more? I told you, they repurchase because they use it for 30 days. They stop it, they run out, and then they call us and knock on our doors. I'm out of this, I'm out of that, I need more. This is why there's 6 things that typically happen in the first 30 days on the starter package. Sleep improves, energy levels soar, weight is lost without trying, bowel habit improvement, pain reduction, if not resolution, and mood improvement. Those 6 things we typically see in the first 30 days. I'm not here for what happens in the first 30 days. I'm here for what we see on months 3 and 4. So the average person does a month of servicing. I want you to think of it as servicing. We service our cars every 10,000 miles. If we don't, the lights are going off because that car is not going to make it 200,000 miles. We service the air conditioning units in our homes here in Florida. If we don't, the air conditionings break and it's really a bad day. When was the last time you serviced your body? And I'm not talking about when's the last time you went to your doctor, because when we go to your doctor, when you come to see me, we do scans if you have issues, your hair's falling out, your stomach hurts, you have pain in your fingers, your wrists, your hands, you're not sleeping, you can't lose weight. We check your blood levels, we do scans, and we write you some, maybe we tell you your gallbladder needs to be removed or part of your thyroid because it's not working anymore. Because that's what we do here. We cut out your organs when they don't work. It's an amazing machine. Have you seen people have gone through POW camps or the survivors after the Holocaust? Walking skeletons, but it's an amazing machine. They kept walking after being malnourished for years and years and years. We're called skinny fat people. That's what's happening in America. We are malnourished, but we're overfeeding ourselves so that the fat in the flesh is growing. Service your body, guys. Do it for 30 days. See what happens. If you're overweight, on any prescriptions, or over 40, look at our Core Complete. It includes the superfruits. They've each been used for thousands of years in the areas where they're grown, and they've been studied for over 3 decades here in the United States. They are 100% noni, mangosteen, acai, and goji. No pear juice, apple juice, things to make it taste good added to it. These are the 6 things people typically feel on one of our starter packs. I personally prefer the Core Complete. It has a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. You will not get that at Whole Foods. You will not get that if you buy something at Amazon or GNC. 30-day satisfaction guarantee. So really, you have absolutely nothing to lose. My children have been doing this since they were toddlers. They literally take superfruit shots of our plant-based calcium, perfectly mixed with magnesium and vitamin D. The acai, the noni, the liquid vitamin, the Goian, which is our #1 selling product for calming. You can see them taking the immune products as well. Camden's eating the Mila here. The Mila is high amounts of omega-3s, huge for their brain development and brain function. They've been doing it since they were little. People say all the time, oh, my kids won't do it. Oh, yes, they will. My kids used to dry heave over the sink and say, Mom, I can't do it when they were toddlers. Now they do it every day. Now they ask for it. Mom, something's going around school. My throat's feeling itchy. Can you pour me my superfruits? They do it every day. We do smoothies with them now. I used to do French toast and waffles and pancakes with little M&Ms in it just to get them to eat the Mila and the French toast. We have all kinds of tricks. Once you get involved with us, we'll plug you into a whole bunch of training sites with lots of leaders and people who are spreading this information, who, like me feel ethically obligated to get the information out to others. Won't you join us? PureLifeChangers.com is where you can go to learn more information. But she didn't talk about what's in the vitamin. Oh, she didn't talk about the calcium. Go learn. PureLifeChangers.com. I have thousands of hours of videos. I have thousands of hours of training. I have thousands of hours of testimonies. Go check it out. Compare what you have in your household to what we have here. What we have is better. You might say, well, it looks the same. Yeah, when you combine our Cleanse, Balance, Build system, it's not the same. Give it a try for 30 days. What do you have to lose? Service your body. And you know what, better yet, don't just service your body, service your whole family's body. That's what I chose to do. I came in with their family package because I'm like, I need it for my boys, my husband, and my sister and her son. Give me all of it. Changing Lives with Pure page you might be watching on right now. Use the search box to type up headaches, migraines, allergies, asthma, eczema, cholesterol. Go to the media page, go to the photos page and look at the pictures and videos that people have posted of their results. We had one yesterday posted of their iron levels improving greatly. It's pretty tremendous. When I started, I really was just had the small, narrow-minded mindset to just change the lives of the people that I came into contact with. I was used to doing that as a PA, right? I impacted the lives of 50 to 60 people a day, plus the nurses and the secretaries in that office. And so I took pride in that. And I tried every day to be the best PA that I could be, do the best that I could possibly do, give the best care I could give. Never had I ever impacted people's lives who I was not in contact with. And what I very quickly learned with Pure is I would share this with somebody, they would have an amazing result, and then they would tell their brother or their sister or their neighbor, or one of those people would notice the change. And the next thing that would happen is these people that I didn't know were having tremendous results, and the person I shared it with was getting checks, weekly checks. And there's a lot of people that a weekly check drastically changes their life. And this lit me up, guys. This made me realize I can impact a lot of people. And I know I'm meant to change a lot of lives. How many lives can I possibly change? So we put this system together. It's 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week of training that anybody can do. Homeschooling moms with 4 kids at home, grannies that are in their 70s at home and never leave the house, people who have full-time jobs and literally, you don't understand, I don't have 1 extra minute in my day. Aren't you sick of that? Aren't you sick of not having extra time? You don't understand, I don't have any extra money. Aren't you sick of that? Aren't you sick of saying, I don't have any extra money? I grew up in a household where my parents always said, you don't have any extra money. And I decided I would never be that way. But I went about it the wrong way. At least I see it as the wrong way now. I went to school, got good grades, got a good job, got a great paycheck. I was handcuffed to my job and I didn't have the time freedom. Decide today that this year, 2022, will be the last year you will ever say in December, I don't have enough time. I don't have enough money. Start by going to livepure.com and throwing what you want into the package. This is the future, guys. We've watched our favorite retail stores go out of business the last couple of years. E-commerce, online shopping is what's happening. There's lots of competition out there, but do they offer satisfaction guarantees? 1, do they offer real live personal testimony reviews like you'll find on our pages? Do they offer a system, 30-day servicing, and then you choose what you want to do going forward? I recommend you start with the family package. The Reset Plus is a whole metabolic reset program. If you're struggling with weight, I highly recommend you look at the Reset Plus. It includes our Core Complete plus fat burners, metabolism boosters, and a whole plan for 6 weeks to help you lose the weight you need to lose. When you go to checkout, it's going to say, do you want to be a preferred customer? Yes. You want to get 25% off just for giving them your email address. No obligation to ever purchase again, but there's a 93% chance you will. So I would recommend you start up the Smart Ship right from the beginning, because that's what makes us more affordable than all of our competition, purchasing future orders through our Smart Ship program. If you're thinking of others that need to hear this, you don't have enough money in your bank account, you don't have time, look at being a brand partner. It's $49 to be able to spread this message with others. And you guys, you can spread it however you want to. What did I say earlier? Look at people that are successful in the areas that you're trying to be successful in. I'm very successful here. Not only am I successful, I've helped a lot of other people have success. And we partner together to help teach and coach you and mentor you on how to create a residual weekly check with as much time as you can put in. I say a bare minimum is 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. It's $49. And then you begin to share. And then the checks begin to come in. And you can do it however you want to do it. But I'll tell you, your customers eventually will turn into brand partners. And then it grows all over the world. I began to have brand partners in Wisconsin, in North Dakota, in Washington State, in Arizona, places I've never been, because somebody told somebody who told somebody. And here's the deal, whoever invited you, they're only building 2 teams. Right? So when Bob and Kristen are watching and they say, I'm in, Bob's going to go on one team, Kristen's on the other. Beth and Linda come in later, they're going underneath Bob and Kristen. What does that mean? It's going to get an email that says, Beth, join your team. Leah, join your team. Bob calls you. What does this mean? It means every time they order or they tell somebody else to order, it goes, this commissions from that goes into a savings account for you. I was like, but I didn't do anything. No, but you chose to join the company. And this is how they set up the commission plan. If you ever choose to share this with anybody, you will benefit. You will get paid on the orders of people placed underneath you. So if you're thinking today, this might be for you, don't wait. You don't want to be Jason down here at the bottom. You want to be Kristen up at the top, who benefits from Jason's orders when and if she ever decides to share. $49 to enroll in this business. Military and students are free. Business packs get the free membership fee is waived. Monthly overhead, it's about $140 to $150 a month of products. If you don't order that for you and your family already, you're in for a rude awakening in the future. And think of it as health insurance. Okay, but if you can't afford this, 3 to 4 products a month, your customers' orders of 3 to 4 products a month will fill this monthly overhead for you. So that's kind of a joke. And then you go place your first order. I recommend the family package. It's $4,000 worth of products for $2,500. We have a coupon right now that will drop it down to $2,000 for you. So it's $4,000 worth of products for $2,000. Okay. Shipping is waived with this package. Membership is waived with this package. You get in the company star bonus program, which pays you additional bonuses when you begin to build. You are going to get the 30 minutes a day of training, 5 days a week that you can do the training from. But most importantly, you're going to be added to our VIP program. Our VIP program is once a week, starting in January, weekly training calls just for you. Locked with my 6- and 7-figure earners that will be training you, teaching you how to achieve what they've achieved, including myself, with the Q&A period at the end. It will be recorded, so if you're not live, you can watch it later. And you also will have access to my VIP trips. I'm about to announce one. This one will be a family trip. It will be in early June. And if you're not a VIP, you're not even eligible to run for it. It's an incentive trip that my teams run for. You also will get 4 of these to share with your guests that are good through December 31st if you choose to come in with the family pack or the Reset Plus. The Reset Plus is actually $2,000 worth of products with the coupon for $1,200, shipping fee waived, membership fee waived, company star bonus program, 30 minutes a day of training. You won't be in my VIP program though. So I highly recommend, if you can swing the extra $800 and get the family pack or the ultimate reset, that's a great option. Do that. The coupons will be gone December 31st. You can start wherever you want though, guys. You can get the Core Plus for $289. It's less than $10 a day for you to service your body. If you're the only one in your house, that's a great option, right? $49 you will be paying, but it's a great starting place. If you know you want to build the business, you want to get that position on your friend's tree, get started there. The guys always say, how do I make my money back? Well, you start inviting. It goes like this. Hey, Bob, I found something amazing. I think it might be right up your alley. It might not be. Do you have 15 minutes to jump on tonight and take a look? 8 o'clock tonight live. Watch. You have 10 people watch. I know the numbers because I've been doing this 15 years. 3 to 4 people will join. If 4 people join with the same package you joined with, you'll have made your money back. You'll have gotten your family's health on trip. livepure.com, guys. Go throw what you want into the shopping cart, choose to check out, choose to be a brand partner at checkout. Maybe you'll be traveling with us in the future. In the beginning, I earned a bunch of trips, 3 times to Hawaii now, Bora Bora, Australia, 3 times to Europe. But last year, we helped over 50 people earn the trip to the Amalfi Coast of Italy. Our owner of our company rented out that hotel at the top, 5-star resort. We all stayed in it. It was an amazing experience, but I have a goal to bring over 200 to Greece in September of 2023. It might be you. There's no cap to what you can earn here. You might do 30 minutes a day. You might do 3 hours a day. You can do whatever you want to do. So when people say, is this one of those pyramids, you know, where the person at the top makes all the money? I'm like, you mean like your job, where the person at the top makes all the money? You mean like that? Yes, the opposite. You can make more than me. I make more than the people who told me. I make more than all the people above them who told me. You can make whatever you want. Go to purelifechangers.com, guys. If you don't change anything, nothing will change. I see nobody's asked questions, so thanks very much for joining. I will be live again tonight. No, I will not be live tonight. I have 2 co-hosts sharing tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern. I hope that you log in to listen to their stories. They're different than mine, exact same location, and bring somebody along so they can hear as well. All we do is share the message. Whether or not it's for you, it's totally up to you. God bless everybody. Take care.